After a shaky pre-season, the Highlanders have bounced back into some superb form as they kicked off their season last weekend against the Hurricanes in a huge, massive away victory. Now they return home, a place where they did suffer a bit in pre-season for their first home match of the Super Rugby season for 2016. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Script, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Highlanders' career, where it is the second match of the round robin, and it is the Crusaders who are travelling down to the Forsyth Bar Stadium for their first match of the competition. Now the Highlanders have gone with a very similar team to what they played last week. Just the one change, Israel Folau, although the superb player he is, struggled last week and will probably play some time off the bench today, but in his place starting will be Rennie Ranger, who was very impressive coming off the bench last week against the Hurricanes. That's the only change for the team after a superb performance, giving them a 32-7 win over the Hurricanes, a 5-point bonus point victory over their rivals from Wellington. Can they keep up this good form in this early stage of the season? Well, the Crusaders, this is their first match of the competition, so as for them, this is their first real outing, so it's hard to gauge just what we'll see from the Crusaders this season. But in the recent years, they have only been improving, and that is something that has to be kept in the back of the Highlanders' mind. When you have a team with players like McCaw, Reid, Carter, to name just a few, and their recent addition, ex-Highlander Henry Spate coming in on the right wing. You look at their front row of the likes of Owen Franks, and there he is a superb player, but it is their second row that is really strong, as it is with the Highlanders, with Romano and Whitelock leading the way, two of the best at their discipline. A lot of new names coming in to this Crusaders team, like Ortez, the blindside flanker, and they have a new centre pairing, of course, Peter Whitty, who's been there before, but it is Kaunanga, and of course the fullback as Paizu, who's coming in to the team. First time we've seen those two guys. How will they perform in this Crusaders outfit? First match of them. Let's go down, kick-off set to get underway. It will be the Crusaders through the, stalwart now he is, Daniel Carter. Twilight years of his career, 2016, he kicks off and we are underway. Crusaders, Highlanders in the 22, Ben Mullen, round 2 of the Super Rugby for the Highlanders. Turned over and Carter goes for a little dabble down the blind side. Aaron Smith turns him over. All Black partners at one point in their careers, and Osborne comes away with Sonny Bill. He's got Ranger. Oh, Ranger did brilliantly just to go into touch at the last minute. Wow, those two there, Sonny Bill Williams, Rennie Ranger. They are two magnificent players. Here's Ben Fennell who will throw in. Oh, he's missed everyone. Completely missed them all. And the Crusaders eventually come away with it. Backline running up in support. Now they look to Franks over the top. He goes. A chance straight away for Spate, who goes back to Carter, who's eventually taken down from Ep.7. Still ball, blind out, scrum half. We've seen this a lot from teams recently, using fly halves. And the number 9 jumper seems to be working all right. The Crusaders' form over the last couple of seasons has been superb. Williams! Oh, good night! Sonny Bill intercept! And away he goes into the corner to open up the scoring. What a try, Sonny Bill! That is brilliant. What a try! Those intercepts look just fantastic. How good is this? La went straight. Oh, he hit it at pace and he was gone. That is absolutely sublime. Top draw, top shelf, running out of superlatives on just how good that was. Oh, that is magnificent. That is try of the season, and we're only in the second match. That's going to be hard to beat. Sonny Bill gets a try of the competition so far. Boy, oh boy, that was just amazing to see. The fans can go home happy now. Despite the result, that try is worth the entrance fee. Here's Robinson. Wide out on the right, and he has sprayed that horribly. Goodness me, he has completely miscued that. Maybe trying to go for his friends in the crowd or something like that, but nowhere near the posts at all from Robinson. Unrewarded for such a brilliant try from Sonny Bill. Here's Carter though, it's 5-0, Highlanders lead. And up goes Moen to take another one, and Stowers gets his first touch of the ball. And it is Williams who is securing it at the breakdown. Ranger goes to Aaron Smith. Oh, Alexander sees someone stamping up on him as Osborne finds Robinson. Robinson's going to go to the skies himself. Osborne chases. He's been unfairly taken out. There's a great tackle coming in from Patrick Osborne. Such a great player defensively. Ritulik, they turn it over straight away at Williams. Here's number 2. How good is this from Williams? Oh, beautiful swan diving try. And Sonny Bill was 10, the Crusaders are 0. Wow, what a play. Watch how quickly they turn this ball over. It was the Crusaders who had it. Following the kick, it was McNichol that come across off his wing on the left side for the Crusaders. He come across to help his partner Spate out defensively. He was struggling to cope, but he just got smashed from Osborne. And then once this man got the ball, well, see you later, goodbye. As per usual, Kainunga, no chance for you, son. Sonny Bill's got 2. In the early days already, but Sherwin Stowers, his try-scoring records are under threat here. Sonny Bill having a day to remember. Robinson, of course, if you recall just minutes ago, sprayed an awful kick away to the left, but he's made up for it with a nice one from right in front. Gets the one that matters. It's 12-0, the Highlanders. 2 tries to zip after just 19 minutes. Not much ball for the Crusaders so far. Carter's had a little dabble a couple of times, but been back foot after that little start that they had. Moen again takes down another kickoff. He's found a ball to Stowers, and Stowers will scream off. Goodbye once again. Sherwin Stowers gets another try. 3 tries inside 22 minutes. How good are the Highlanders this year? Moen is a monster off the kickoffs. He's taken every single one and delivered an offload that has sent the team on the front foot. Stowers was always going to be too fast. What was the defence thinking? The cover was just non-existent. As Pazu had no chance, he was nowhere to be found. McNichol gave chase, but Stowers is just too fast. He is one of the quickest men on the paddock. And the Highlanders are really asserting some authority on this game, on this conference. They've taken out the Blues in pre-season, mind you, but still. They thrashed the Hurricanes last week, and now, boy, they're looking good against the Crusaders, are they not? All that leaves them now is the Chiefs, who have struggled their start to the season. But it has been a fantastic match and a quarter so far from the Highlanders. Here's Daniel Carter, needs to rethink their strategy as they're getting burned here. Moen once again, Armitage. Oh, brilliant work from Armitage, but he's thrown an intercept ball looking for the speed of Stowers, who comes across, makes that tackle, and then puts the ball up, tries to turn it over, but it will come back for the Crusaders. A blind owl goes for Laulala, and Carter changes his mind to the left, puts up a huge bomb, comes down for Moen. Once again, Moen is an absolute monster in this sky. He has caught everything put anywhere near him. And that is being a huge asset for the Highlanders. A free kick here. And Robbie Robinson just thumps it straight down the middle. Good ball. Beautiful play to McNichol. Is he getting up slow? Oh, big hit there from Blindell. Oh, and Aaron Smith says, "How's your mother?" Gives him a big coat hanger around the head. Well, all action there for a few seconds. Great pass, great offload. Finding McNichol in some space. Then Blindell went for a little run. Put a huge charge on the defence. And now he's earned the team a penalty. which they've cleared into the 22 of the Highlanders. Well, they know they need to score next. As Fennell will throw in. Oh, it's a beast. Steals it. And it goes straight out to Williams, who's going to apply his hand at some kicking now. He thumps it away from the defence, away from the fullback. And now Rangers chase. Oh, big shot, but he gets the pass away. And it's a good run from Kananga. And he finds it in field nicely.
Release.
And it is Laulala who goes to ground, but a good run there from Kananga. And here's Fennell again, finding his support with Spate. Takes 3 men to put Spate down. The Highlanders know all about him as they come left. It's another chance for Kananga, but he's hit into touch. And Kananga. Well, it's almost a cool name. But the outside centre finds himself without any room there and goes into touch. Here's more to throw in. Ep.7 has been the target at the front. Boy, he's been fantastic. Williams is human after all. The ball squirts out as a knock on. McNichol picks it up. And the Crusaders will play advantage. They go to Owen Franks.
Release.
And he is hammered. And the Highlanders, oh, look at this. They're going to steal it back. No advantage at all, but they're going to get the ball. The Crusaders lose out as Aaron Smith changes his mind. Here comes Tumangarellan. Oh, good run. He's taken down before he could offload. And, oh, well done too from the Crusaders. They turn him over. Blindell goes to McNichol, who is taken from Aaron Smith. Great tackle.
Release.
Ball for the Crusaders still as they go run here. Here's Kananga once again. Look at him go. Great run from the outside centre. Aaron Smith
Release.
once again makes the tackle. Crusaders, Blindell goes short. Good play. Romano gets the offload. He finds Reed, who flips it up now. Oh, that's a horrible ball from Laulala and will send us all to half-time. It is the Highlanders with a very, very dominant lead at half-time, 19-0 over the Crusaders. And how good have they been? It was a little burst, 22 or so minutes straight off the whistle. It was all Highlanders. The Crusaders did fight back. They couldn't get any points on the board, but they have stemmed the flow of points coming from the Highlanders in their first home match of the season, a place they struggled at in pre-season, losing both their home pre-season matches. But look, they've really come to the party now. The best team on the paddock, the Highlanders have delivered 3 tries to zip. They hold 70% of possession, not quite the best on territory, 48-52. The Crusaders just taking that one out, but it is line breaks, 5-3, and only 3 handling errors from the Highlanders, which will please them as well. The Crusaders just won. But how can you be happy with 0 points from that? So at halftime, it is the Highlanders with a good lead, 19-0, 3 tries, 2 conversions. The Crusaders yet to register any points so far in the match. Let's get down back to the second half. The Highlanders leading halftime at home in the second match of the 2016 Super Rugby season. Robinson hasn't been forced into too much yet. He's played a good supporting role as he kicks off, and here comes Rennie Ranger. Look how Crusaders, oh, and there we go. Almost on cue. He was flying up there. And it was Kananga who just got away from him, and he just stretched a bit too much, took him high, and gives away a free kick or a penalty that they'll take to touch. Through Carter. Osborne tries to keep it in the field of play, can't do so. But how good has Kananga been? The outside centre for the Crusaders has been their best player on the paddock. No question. Here's Ben Fennell, who will throw in the line out. Oh, that was a bit wobbly. The Blindell has just thumped that down the centre of the park. They'll let this run, and it'll run dead. Good decision from Ben Smith at the back. He was not interested in that at all.
Crouch.
And the Highlanders will happily say,
Crouch.
let's go back for the scrum.
Set.
Way back on halfway. Oh, and what a reply too from the scrum. Here's Nasi Manu. He'll run it out. Finds Robinson and through he goes. Big hole for the fly half. He chips over the top. Gets wiped out. Blindell's back. And Blindell will thump it into touch with the Crusaders. Well, he's happy with his response to that, but Robbie Robinson is just warming up. So the Highlanders have the line out. Just inside the Crusaders' half. And it goes straight to the front. Ep.7 once again. Now he swings it straight out. Williams for Ranger. Oh, Ranger slices past McNichol. Looks on the inside. Nasi Manu's on hand. Alexander back to Williams again. Goes back for Retallick. Not really the one who went on the wing, but look at this. Ep.7, Osborne. And that is a try. What a try from the Highlanders. Simple class. That is spectacular rugby. Osborne the beneficiary at the end. But how good was the build-up? How good were the locks here? Retallick just beautifully feeding in field to his second row partner. Ep.7. Osborne did the little shimmy as he looked close to the touchline. What a beautiful finish that was. Back in field. Oh, that is beautiful. What ball handling skills from his second rowers is just phenomenal at the moment. They are out of their skin. And they are playing beautifully. Robbie Robinson. Another difficult conversion for him, but one feels that this match as a contest may well be over. No wind, as per usual here at the Forsyth Bar Stadium. Indoors, nice roof. Robinson, what a conversion! He adds the extras, and the lead is now 26-0. The Crusaders fading without a trace. And here comes some changes. It is Alfoa coming on for Alexander. Pyle also on for Ep.7. Folau comes in for Ranger, and it is Holgard on for Aaron Smith as well. 4 changes for the Highlanders. Daniel Carter, well, he won't be too pleased with how his team's going. They have been top performers last season, especially as Folau enters the match and gets a good start. Moen, beautiful ball, Robinson. Oh, he's dropped a try. He had Stowers who was on his outside. And Holgard's arguing something. Don't know what. Here's the play. Robinson. Yeah, that was him.
Crouch.
Still had Stowers. It would have been a foot race. And it would have been a definite try. Feed will go to Blindale and the Crusaders. Right on the 22. Not the place you really want to make a mistake. Oh, here's a reply and turnover ball. Holgard has it at the back. He'll run away. Now he looks for Folau. And Israel Folau. Through he goes. Goes back all the way to Williams. Not the best decision from Folau. Here's Nasi Manu. Goes for Osborne, who gets hit hard.
Release.
But Osborne's been good, has he not, since coming back here? Pyle, big ball wide, Stowers all alone. Stowers and acres of space. Goes for the corner, you know what's coming. And there it is. It is just Stowers special. You knew that step was coming. He knew he couldn't get the corner, but the defence just didn't see it. It was coming all night and all day. That big step off the right foot. And it's good night nurse after that. Once again, look at that. No chance. Goodbye. And as Paizu. No chance for you. Here it comes. Oh, it was just like a book. So predictable that was going to happen, but he just could not read it. He thought he had Stowers covered. But as any Super Rugby player from the last 2 seasons will tell you, you just never have Sherwin Stowers covered. And you got to feel the Crusaders here. Robbie Robinson has not really fired a shot. Just think what it would have been if he had, as he lines up a conversion, which swings away to the right-hand side. Unsuccessful from Robinson, but 31-0. A thrashing on the books here. The season underway after that dodgy pre-season build-up that they had, the Highlanders. Boy, they've come up nicely as a good take there from the outside centre. Kananga, who's been very good. Here's Blindale. Oh, tried to go himself. Hammered by the defence. All over them there. Here's Franks now. Oh, good play from Franks. McNichol, one-on-one with Ben Smith. Great tackle from the fullback. And that's how it's done. Armitage goes back to Robinson, who just gets his kick away. Good work Now they come back, the Crusaders. Big ball wide, spiked. Oh! Tried to put the big charge on, got taken out. Now Kieran Reid can't get through Hogarth. And it's going to be ball back for the Highlanders. Surely, it's almost there it is. Afoa over the top for Stowers. Oh, Stowers, oh, he's seen Folau. Tried to force the pass, Folau couldn't handle it. And into touch they go. Could have been another special play. Folau's been itching to really break his way into this match. Oh, Retallick turns it over. And Robinson runs to the line. Williams, Folau, breaking tackles for fun. Offloads beautifully. What a centre pairing this is. Oh, what a chip that just about was from Sonny Bill Williams. It's picked up by the Crusaders, and Whitelock
Release.
tries to bury his way through the defence. He's taken out just short of the 10-metre line. They decide to go short side. This is trouble. Oh, that's trouble for Spate. There was no way through there at all. Retallick just wraps him up like a Christmas present and sends him into touch. 2 to go. Highlanders 31-0. This is quite the display. Pyle on the field. Hogarth. Williams has been brilliant as he just drives at the defence. Such strength from Sonny Bill. Here's Moen. How good has he been on the blind side tonight? Finds Folau. Folau puts a gas down. He's well taken from McNichol and co. He gets a bit of helping hand from the back. Hogarth goes to Williams. He's through. He's through for a hat trick. Sonny Bill puts the exclamation mark at the end of this victory for the Highlanders with a hat trick. What a display from Sonny Bill. Such a destructive backline. Look at these passes from Hogarth. He is just at the top of his game at the moment. 2 superb scrum halves. Hogarth and Aaron Smith are 2 of the best. And they're showing their full wares here. Sonny Bill, he is the best. There's no accounting any other player close to his abilities. Just imagine how good they can be when Folau gets when he sorts out his playing style here with the Highlanders. He's struggled along so far. He's had glimpses of his brilliance, but he will only get better. Here's Robinson to put the little icing on the cake with another conversion. We have a thrashing here at Forsyth Bar Stadium. The Highlanders continue their glorious form in 2016, back-to-back champions, and they put another big mark on their season number 3 under their new management, who has just built this team from strength to strength. How good are they now? The Crusaders, they were a front runner last year. They have been destroyed and dismantled by this Highlanders outfit. 6 tries to 0. Why can no one score against the Highlanders? They're just so good at every aspect of the match. Maybe not goal kicking. Robinson and off night, just 4 from 6 for him, but tries for Osborne. Let's go through this, shall we? How good has Osborne been as well? Struggled last year, but this year he has been one of the best. He has, no question, made that number 11 jumper his own. He has just dominated that left side, regular tries, big bust, but mainly his defence. It's almost a weird thing to credit a winger for defence, but he has shut down his opposite number time after time. He is a key aspect of this backline now. After a season to fit in, he is one of the key cogs in this clockwork. Sonny Bill Williams, well, you don't need to say anything about him. 3 tries, he's just brilliant. And Sharon Stowers, it's going to be a battle this season, folks. Williams and Stowers are going toe-to-toe in the try-scoring ranks, and the competition is going to be wowed by these two. 38-0, nothing to say for the Crusaders. 70% possession to 30. You don't have much chance of winning matches with just 30% of the ball. You have to struggle, and that's exactly what the Crusaders did. Never really looked like scoring, never really put down long periods of possession, never really put down long periods inside the Highlanders 22. They were just subpar, the Crusaders. I hope for their sakes that was far from their best. I hope that was their rock bottom worst, because if they can't improve from this, it's going to be a long season for Crusaders fans. Territory is fairly even, 10 handling errors from the Highlanders. Disappointing, but you cannot argue with the result. And after all that, 38-0 is as good as we would like to see. Let's see how that affects the table now. The Highlanders with 2 5-point wins. Well, 4 points for the win. 1 point, of course, the 5th point for the 4-try bonus points. Just to save confusion, 5 points for the victory. Let's check out the table and see how the New Zealand Conference is shaping up. So we've got a couple of rounds to cover here, with the Highlanders playing the last match of round 4. So let's check out the other results from around the Super Rugby world. The Highlanders kicked off round 3 with a 38-0 win over the Crusaders, and that was an emphatic victory. Nothing more or less can be said about that. The Hurricanes bounced back from their loss to beat the Brumbies, which is kind of surprising. The Brumbies look good in pre-season, but they've slightly struggled a bit. The Cheetahs, 3-point win over the Chiefs. That is a great result for the Cheetahs, showing that they are an improving team, that's for sure. The Rebels, 14-8 over the Reds. The Waratahs thrashing the Bulls. The Stormers, good win over the Lions. That rounds up round 3. Into round 4, the Hurricanes get 2 on the trot. Well, they've beaten the Crusaders as well. So, well, the Hurricanes, team to watch this season, possibly. A win over the Crusaders, who crashed to 2 losses from 2 matches. 8 points over 160 minutes of rugby as well. That is woeful. The Rebels go down to the Brumbies, who get their winning ways back together. The Blues take out the Cheetahs. The Reds over the Western Force. The Chiefs back in the winning circles over the Stormers, and the Sharks, second last match of round 4, taking out the Lions. So look at the standings here, and it is the Highlanders top of the table. 2 bonus point victories, giving them 10 beautiful points. The Blues, well, as they have been all through these career matches, right up there with 9 points from their 2 wins. The Hurricanes, surprise package maybe, 3 matches for them, 2 wins, 1 loss. The Chiefs, on the other hand, 1 win, 2 losses, and the Crusaders yet to register a point. In South Africa, another surprise here, the Cheetahs, top of the table, 3 matches, 2 wins, 1 loss, and 2 bonus points as well. Sharks at second, 6 points for them, 5 for the Bulls, 4 for the Stormers. The Lions, once again, yet to register a point. In Australia, the Waratahs back to their best after that grand final appearance 2 seasons ago now. 3 from 3, 13 points. They're looking the goods. The Reds sit second on 9, along with the Brumbies, and the Western Force 6. Melbourne Rebels round out the toe of the table on 5. The Highlanders stay back at home for another week. The Forsyth Bar Stadium will be playing host to the Bulls, who will be facing the high-flying Highlanders after a couple of rounds. Can the South African franchise prove that these Highlanders are beatable? It's going to be a tough ask, but the Bulls are a good side, and they need points as well. And as always, South African sides coming over to New Zealand and Australia, if they can get points, they are very crucial points for their season, and vice versa as well, with the New Zealand and Australian teams going to South Africa. So a very important part of the season coming up for a few teams. Make or break for the Bulls. The Highlanders are looking great. Once again, any suggestions for that match, teams of players, that you would like to see? Any different strategy ideas for positional play? But we're looking pretty good at the moment. The team's fully fit, still no injuries, and we march on into round 4, our 3rd match against the Bulls. That is me for today. Thank you all for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series, and I'll see you all next time for plenty more rugby. Until then, take care.